me to discuss this is
Joy Ubem. It is a program that discusses various national and international matters.
A Nigerian should be able to live and work in a hospitable and safe environment in the north or south or east or west of Nigeria.
We cannot have a country where politicians do things and get away with them and expect that the citizens will do otherwise.
Daily Communion for the love of God and neighbor.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Communion on Catholic Television of Nigeria. I am Joy Ubem.
and my name is Arthur Ejiofor.
We have quite a number of activities lined up as usual to entertain and keep you informed. Health, they say, is wealth, and we will definitely join Nelly for that segment of the show. But then we'll begin the show right away with daily affirmation. Stay with us and don't go away.
Hope you are good this morning. It's a great day. It's a wonderful day. It's a marvelous day. It's a day that the Lord has made, and I'm telling you, you are one of the beneficiaries of the goodness of the Lord today. And I want to tell you that it's going to turn out a good day for you because the Lord is there already ahead of you. Yeah, I want to relay with you on the word of God from the gospel according to Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. And it says, ask, you will be given. Seek, you will find. And knock, the door will be opened unto you. And that's what our Lord Jesus Christ said. When Jesus says something, Jesus is very serious about it. The way Jesus Christ says things, he makes his statements very, very, very particular, very deliberate, and very intentional. And the seriousness that he has about his word, you will know that his body language is very serious. And it's going to deliver because he has the capacity, he has the power to deliver such a statement. And why is Jesus Christ telling you that? Jesus wants you to actually express yourself. He wants you to say it yourself. He doesn't want to take anything for granted that somebody is aware of what you are going through. And many people today, they are not getting things because they are not saying anything. And when you don't say it, nobody will actually know what you are in need of. And as they say, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. So make sure you say it, express it, and let God know that is what you want. And I tell you, as you go out today, make sure you say something. And make sure you are expectant. God bless you.
Welcome to our health tip segment. Today we're talking hepatitis. Hepatitis is a liver infection caused by various viruses, and it is contagious depending on the type of hepatitis. Hepatitis is a liver infection that can cause a range of symptoms from mild to severe. We have several types of hepatitis. Hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E. Now, there are things we look out for you to know you're down with hepatitis or someone around you is down with hepatitis. So here are common symptoms. Fatigue, a feeling of persistent weakness when you have loss of appetite, reduced interest in food, you're done with hepatitis. Then you have vomiting, then the yellowing of the skin or the eyes. Often we call it jaundice. It's a yellow discoloration of the skin and of the eyes. Now you have less common symptoms, which include high fever. Then you also have chills. You feel extremely cold, feeling as if you are more often in a deep freezer or kind of your blood is frozen and all that. You have that too. Then you have muscle and joint pains. You also have diarrhea, frequent stooling, bowel movement, you go to the toilet all the time. Then, like we said, this stool is clay in color. And when you have such, you know that you have to look out and be sure to see if hepatitis is present. You also have the itching sensation on the skin all the time. Now, when you're done with hepatitis, it's not a death sentence. We have curative measures, we have maintenance culture, and we also have preventive practices. Let's start with the preventive practices. To reduce the risk of contaminating hepatitis, you need to practice some positive practices and healthy habits. One of such will be practice good hygiene. Wash your hands regularly and often. Then you have to get vaccinated for hepatitis A and B. Very important. Avoid sharing needles and syringes. Very important. Ensure proper food handling and cooking. You also have to avoid close contact with infected individuals. If you suspect you have hepatitis or you are experiencing any of these symptoms, consult a healthcare professional for proper diagnosis and treatments. That is the much we can take today on our health tips. We will see you again soonest. You stay tuned for the rest of the program. I am Nelly Frank.
Hello, what's up guys? Good morning. We are here for the morning drill with your favorite coach, Abba Fitness. So today we are taking you on sumo squat and jack, which is very essential for the body fit. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the discussion segment of Daily Communion on Catholic Television of Nigeria, CTV. And of course, we are reaching you from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. The other time, we were able to talk about the rising cost of living in Nigeria, and it was very insightful. Today, we're moving ahead to talk about how to handle the current economic challenges in the country today, because this is a topic that will be relevant to every one of us, and we have someone in the studio with us that is going to talk with us on this topic. Joining us in the studio this morning is Mr. Francis Okumagba, who is a transformational leader, mentor, author, business strategist, life coach, wealth coach, and inspirational speaker with over 30 years of work experience, 15 of which were at executive capacity as an executive director in a bank. He has interest in capacity building, real estate, insurance, pensions, consulting, community, and public service. Mr. Francis Okumagba, welcome to Daily Communion.
Thank you for having me.
So I will begin by asking that what are your thoughts on the current challenges, economic challenges in Nigeria today, and how do you see it evolve and revolve in the nearest future?
Thank you very much. Nigeria is the investment bride of the world today. I say this because we are so blessed. You can't believe it. There is nothing you want in Nigeria that you will not get. You can actually become a landlord in Nigeria without 1 naira in your pocket. You can sell anything in Nigeria today and make in excess of 1 million naira a month. You can actually see our environment. Our climatic condition is enormous. Our mineral resources, you can't imagine the number of mineral resources we have. And we have a big market. But the unfortunate thing is that we have ignorance in our people. Maybe from colonization. So today we have a market that is very big, with very few people who know what to do with the market. That's the challenges that we have today. But I tell you, with what I'm going to show you today, you will see how lucrative Nigeria is. Yes, there are challenges. Challenges came up because of the type of environment that we have created for ourselves. Colonization did some, but we also created some ourselves. Today, there's a mindset situation in Nigeria that actually blocks people from expressing themselves. So they don't see the opportunities that you have in Nigeria. So what they see is the depth of problems that we have. I'll give you a background. Do you know today, you can actually sell anything in Nigeria today and make 1 million naira a month using the social media. You can get somebody employed today and make in excess of 1 million naira a month. Why are people not seeing it? Nigeria evolved leadership that don't do anything but make money. So you see political leaders today, they make money, but they don't do anything. The people that are making money in the north, the Boko Haram, the kidnappers, the Yahoo people and all that we have all over the country today, are the role models that we have evolved. So everybody look up to them and they don't want to do anything anymore.
Mr. Okumagba,
yes.
With all the government policies, with the situation in the country today, you say that it is ignorance that has made our economic situation turn out this way. I still want you to explain that to us.
If I tell you that you can start a business without 1 naira in your pocket, you will not believe me.
How do you do that?
You can actually make 1 million naira this month in Nigeria that you say things are hard today. Let me give you an example. Okay. Unemployment is the biggest problem we have in the world today. Do you know you can make money employing somebody to work for you? The mentality that we have today is that, oh, you must look for a job when you finish school. Can I show you how you can make over 1 million naira just employing somebody to work for you? Put a notice out there today that you want to employ somebody, an IT expert, a digital marketer, and you are willing to pay 300,000 naira a month. Will you get somebody to employ? There will be too many people to employ. Pick the best among them. Put them in a room in your office and tell them all you'll be doing in this office is sell people's products and services online. Your salary is 300,000 naira. Turn around and put a notice that anybody that has anything to sell or any service to provide, you are willing to expose them to 10,000 people online, and you charge them 50,000 naira a month. If 10,000 people see that advert online on your phone, if you take only 100 and they pay me 50,000 to get that service, I've made 5 million naira. And the person that will provide that service is that employee who you are paying 300,000 naira. Now that 300,000 you pay to that person, he will do that advert online. People will see it, 10,000 people will see it, and 50 people, 100 people taking that service from me, pay 50,000, I've made 5 million. I will pay the person that actually did the job 300,000. What did I do? I took the services of somebody that is on the street that is unemployed and was able to engage him, and I made 4.7 million naira.
Do we have this kind of conducive environment in Nigeria for what you are explaining?
The market, Nigeria is the biggest market in Africa. And Africa is the biggest continent in the world. So we have the market. There is nothing you want to sell in this country today that you cannot sell. Can I show you can sell yam? You will make over 1 million naira this month and you will not touch the yam. Go to Zuba where they bring yam into Abuja. A tuber of yam in Zuba is like 3,000 naira. If it gets to Wuse market and Utako market, it becomes 6,000 to 8,000. Go to the Malams in Zuba and tell them, I will help you sell. Take the picture of their yam, heap it 100, 50, 20, 10. Take the picture. Take it to my office. I will put it to one IT person to put it online. That you sell your yam 4,000 naira and you don't sell one. You sell in 100, 50 or 20. Let that person advertise it online today. Our market will make you make 1 million naira selling yam. And your profit is 1,000 naira because the yam in Utako market is 6,000, 8,000. The one you saw in Zuba is 3,000. Add 1,000 naira to it. You will make 1 million naira this month. I want to dare you, any business you want to think about that you want to do, I can show you how you can make over 1 million naira a month doing it.
That is, Mr. Kumaba, that's very good, very, very insightful. But you talked about the mindset situation in Nigeria, where there's a traditional mindset situation. We have generational mindset situation.
Mm-hmm.
How can we take advantage or improve on this issue of mindset situation of Nigeria?
Do you know that the mindset is what is holding a lot of us today? The mind is a function of what you learn from your upbringing, from your parents, from the school you go to, from the church you go to, from the type of culture and tradition that you have. It makes you create walls in the mind that makes you make things impossible that are possible. Once that mindset is set, as you get older, you will be having things, you answer things before they even ask you. One of the mindsets that is holding a lot of people down today is that they don't have money. If you don't have money, you cannot do anything. It's a lie. I will show you how you can be a landlord without 1 naira in your pocket. Because the market is there. Now this mindset is what is damaged. And what Nigeria needs to do is to reorientate the mindset of our people that makes them feel that they need money to do business. You don't need money to do business today. Old school, people will save money to rent a shop, to stock the shop, to get people to work in the shop and sell. You will need capital to start that business. Can I tell you today that all you need today to open a shop is your phone?
Go on.
Go to 5 people that are selling different things and take picture of what they are selling and tell them I will help you sell. Put it online. Negotiate your price very well so you have room to make money on that item. If you put it online today, you will make over 1 million naira selling anything. There are talented people on the street today who are doing different, who have different talent, who are looking for who will help them. They are on the street looking for a job. If you look at what is happening in our country today, people will say there is no job. I am here to tell you today that there are challenges, but we can surmount some challenges if we change the way people think, the way they see life, and the way they do things. You know, the way they do things have changed. You cannot be looking for money to open a shop where you can open your shop online. Who is going to tell people? If your mindset is that you must have money to start a business, then you will not start any business. Should I tell you how you can actually become a landlord without 1 naira in your pocket?
I was going to go to that.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people
go to a house that is vacant in Wuse. The house has like 14 rooms. Tell the landlord how much is the rent for this building. He will tell you 10 million. Tell the landlord you will give him 15 million. Because you are telling you give him 15 million, he will agree with you. Turn around and tell him that you are going to use this place as office complex. Turn around and advertise online today that you are renting those 14 rooms to 2 million naira a year. They will be taken up like this. If you rent those 14 rooms for 2 million naira, it will give you 28 million naira. You give the landlord 14 million naira. How much have you made? 13 million naira. What did you put in that estate? Are you the landlord? Were you the one that built the house? You actually make more money than the landlord. Challenge me. Today, what I do for a living is show people how they can succeed. And I'm asking you today to challenge me with any business. Any business you want to start, you can start it today without 1 naira in your pocket. When I see people today, I ask them what they do and I impact on their life. A young barber walked into my office. He said, I hear you teach people how to succeed with what they do. I say, yes. He said, I'm a barber. How will I succeed? I said, how much do you earn every month? He said, 30,000 from commission that I get from when I barb hair. I said, you will make 300,000 this month with my mentorship. He said, how? I said, you will go for only 3 customers. You will make 300,000. But the mindset that he has is that you must get money to rent a place. You must get a barber shop. You must decorate the barber shop. If you have that mindset, you will never open a barber shop. So I told him, go to 3 boarding schools. Ask to see the housemaster. Tell the housemaster you want to be coming to the hostel every weekend to barb the hair of the boys in the hostel. Tell the housemaster that any money they pay you, you will share it into 2. Give the housemaster 50% and take 50%. 3 housemasters of 3 schools. The boy is making over 300,000 naira a month now. What I did for that young man is to change the way he thinks. What this country needs today is to change the mentality of our people's mindset.
But there are agencies in government that are already doing that. We have the National Orientation Agency of the government. They've been mobilizing, trying to get Nigerians to think and to key into the national identity of Nigeria. What do you think is the role of that agency? Do they have a role in this changing our mindset and helping us to navigate through the economic challenges?
The quantum of disaster that we have now in the mindset damage, an agency cannot reach out to. How many people can the agency reach out to in today's Nigeria? They can't reach out to more than 200,000 or 300,000 people. The gravity of our problem is that every state will have a problem today. The real thing, when I'm talking about reorientating the mindset of people, you have to involve the parents. You have to involve teachers. So what we need to do is to come up with a system that will reorientate the mindsets of parents to make them start thinking and telling their children different things from what they've been telling them in the past. You know, when we were growing up, our parents catch us doing something wrong and they chastise us.
Yes.
But when we do something right, they don't say anything. If you do that to this generation of children, you lose them because they will tell you hate them. But the real thing that is happening today is that a lot of our young people have their mindset damaged from wrong role models that they have. Political leaders who don't do anything but make money. We have parents who mislead their children to do courses that they are not supposed to be doing that have nothing to do with their flair. We have teachers who are indoctrinating the children into Western culture that is destroying our children today. The social media is the other disaster.
What about the inhibition from the church, the role of the church? Take for instance, the Catholic Church have teachings, doctrines, traditions. Is there in any way, do you think the church can stand as an obstacle to mindset change? Could the church be contributing to these economic challenges by the way they preach?
The Catholic Church can be exonerated because we are very traditional. But you can see what is happening in the world today. The churches that we have in the world today are actually inhibiting children and in this generation from doing what productive things that will make them succeed in life. There are some churches that they go to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They are looking for miracles that will make them get what they want without working. If you have that type of mindset that you have to go to a church to make money, then you will not want to work. So the church today has this positive side, but also the negative side that is affecting the mindset, the generation that we have today in our society. We need to have government to regulate the activities of all this proliferation of religious groups. I'm not talking about the Catholic Church, but the Catholic Church is traditional, but we have a lot of religious groups today that are inhibiting the young people from expressing themselves.
Okay, your emphasis is on our mindset, and I still want to let you know that Nigerians, you said our mindset, Nigerians in Nigeria will be suffering. It won't be working well with them because of the economic situation. But when they relocate from the country, they are doing well. They are excelling, both in work, businesses, and school, whatever it is they try to do there. They are doing well in it. So what are your thoughts on that? Is it this? Are they changing their mindset when they leave?
The truth about it is that when you leave Nigeria, you actually behave differently when you get abroad. I've been there, so I know what I'm talking about. Nigerians will not queue to do anything in this country. They want to get things very fast. When they go there, they obey the laws. And I want to also use this opportunity to tell all those who are jackbarring, there's more opportunity in Nigeria than anywhere in the world.
You just said they want to obey the laws.
They obey the laws there.
So you don't think Nigerian system, our policies, we have an issue with that. For them, why are they obeying the laws there and disobeying the laws here? How's the system here?
Because the system there, if you disobey the law, you are punished. The system here, if you disobey the law and you have money or you have a rich parent, you are not touched. Okay. So people get away with a lot of things that they shouldn't get away with. The system in Nigeria does not create the enabling environment to put a system where people fear the law. But in that environment, it is there. That's why Nigerians who leave this country, they always will excel better, because our mindset here, we have the ability to do what is right if the system is well structured properly.
You said the environment.
Yes, the environment.
You know, I still tried to tell you earlier on that the environment here should be the reason why we are not thriving here, because that environment is pleasant. And then they have those policies and those laws that are making it work for them. But here, you are still saying it's the mindset of the individual. You don't think the government still has a hand in this?
Every government have a hand in it. Who is government? Government is us. Yes and no. The government has not created the right enabling environment. I can give you a lot of examples today.
In Nigeria?
Yes, in Nigeria.
Yeah.
For instance, in civilized environment, you can borrow money to go to school. In fact, the level of credit that you can get in civilized environment, you can start any business on your own, because the bank will give you once you have money, because they have a system where they know your address. If you default in making payment to a loan, you can't get a loan again. In Nigeria, the banking system, they don't give money to people. You can see the environment that we have. People live on mortgages. You can become a landlord as a tenant. It's difficult here because the banking system does not support it. There are a lot of things that Nigerian government have to do to improve the ease of doing business in Nigeria. But I tell you, even with our situation now, Nigeria is still better than any country in the world. You know why? In those environments, the market is saturated. The market is saturated. Nigerian market is huge and ignorant. So there's more opportunity in Nigeria to take advantage of the market than anywhere in the world. So all those small people that are excelling in, when they go abroad, they are excelling. If they are here and they do what they are doing there, here, they will excel more because the market is bigger.
So you discourage people from relocating, Jackpa?
The truth about it is that I want to tell Nigerians, so let them know, if you are jackparing, you are offering yourself for recolonization as a slave.
So if any of your family member wants to relocate now, you are going to discourage them?
If I tell you, if you want to relocate today, you will change your lifestyle, because you will not be able to live like us anymore. You will be confined to living in a house, working 24 hours, doing 3 jobs. Will you be living? Those people that are actually jackpot, they don't live. They don't have family life. They just work. Before they know, they have aged. In that environment, the ambition that we have here, they don't have it. I have interacted with a lot of people that have jackpot. The interest they have there is to just eat and live. But in this country, we don't just eat and live for ourselves. We live for the family. We want to take care of the family. We want to take care of community. We want to take care of society. Our ambition is bigger than the ambition that you have from somebody who is living abroad. For instance, somebody who lives in Canada. The type of lifestyle they have, the type of ambition they have is not the same that we have. I am my own local government in Nigeria. They can't afford to provide light, water, and everything for themselves over there. We do that here. So Nigerians have more potentials to succeed anywhere in the world, because the difficulties we have experienced in Nigeria has taught us how to actually live better and succeed in an environment that is well structured.
But you see, when you talk about people doing the migrating to other places, the young people will tell you they would rather be slaves there, because they have all the things, the necessities of life. Good roads, good infrastructure, good light, good welfare packages, good healthcare services. But beyond that, we're talking about the current economic challenges in Nigeria. I would like to ask you, how has inflation impacted on the average Nigerian household?
It's terrible. It's terrible in the sense that the current exchange rate and our dependence on foreign goods has made our trade imbalance in such a way that we are dependent on importing things that we eat, that we wear, that we do everything. So the naira has depreciated to an extent where if you apply the exchange rate to any product that you have today, it becomes almost impossible for people to survive. There are a lot of people today who have jobs. They can't pay transport to where they are working. There are a lot of people who earn the minimum wage of 70,000. If you divide it by 30 days, you see how much you get on a days. You can't actually survive with it. So there are a lot of things that are affecting a lot of people today in our society. There's exchange rate, which is the foreign exchange rate that has gone up. There is also insecurity that has created a problem where people don't go to farm anymore. So the people that are farming, the price of commodities have escalated beyond the reach of the average man. But we have good news for them. The good news is that Nigeria continues to be the investment bride of the world. We have the mineral resources, our climatic condition is good. If we change the way we think, the way we see life, and the way we do things, things will change for us. That's why I'm advocating today that we should create a reorientation that will reorientate parents, reorientate teachers, reorientate people who administer things to people, religious groups, so we can start retooling the mindset of our people. We have everything, but we are not getting what we should have. I just told you how you can employ somebody, you will make over ₦1 million. I also told you how you can start a business without ₦1 in your pocket. I showed you how you can become a landlord without ₦1 in your pocket. So why will you be complaining in Nigeria that things are hard? Yes, the economic situation is very bad, but the market is very big. Mineral resources are available. What we need to do is to reorientate the mindset of our people, to see clearly and start doing things differently, and start seeing things differently. They will get different results.
All right. For now, we will have to go on a quick break right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll have to go on a quick break right now. When we return, Mr. Akumagba is still in the house with us to continue from where we stopped. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Empirically, Nigeria to go forward, it must reinvent itself and it must reinvent leadership. You recall that one of the most important writings of the legendary Chinua Achebe, he said, and I quote, that the problem of Nigeria is nothing but leadership. Achebe told us there was nothing wrong with our environment, nothing wrong with our climate, nothing wrong with our people, nothing wrong with our raw materials, nothing wrong with the totality of Nigeria, but there's something wrong with leadership. For us to solve both the political and the economic challenges of Nigeria, we must try as much as possible to reinvent leadership.
Nigeria, you will all agree with me, is a blessed nation. One, because of our numbers and our potential. I keep on telling people, I feel pity for those that who want to live under the guise of Japa. The potentials are here, just for us to remain focused, explore the potentials we have. We'll get out of it.
We need to intensify in praying. Why? Because prayer is the key to everything. Government alone cannot do. Everybody should have to contribute. Security is everybody's business. But prayer, when we are praying, God will say, why? Because this country, honestly, we need divine intervention. Honestly, we need divine intervention in this country. We need to go spiritually. We need to intensify in the prayer. We need to pray for our leader for their commitment. We need to assist our leader. That security is everybody's business. So what I'm trying to say that everybody, if you see something, say something so that you can assist the security apparatus with intelligent reporting.
Welcome back. We are still talking with Mr. Francis Okumagba on the topic, the current economic. So let me start again.
Go ahead.
It's navigating.
Go
okay.
ahead.
Welcome back. We still have with us in our studio this morning Mr. Francis Okumagba, who has been discussing the topic, navigating the current economic challenges in our country today. And let's continue from where we stopped.
Yeah, Mr. Francis Okumagba, you talked about how people can make money. Can you be more specific on, I want to be very realistic now. Can you give us a situation where you mentored somebody and that particular person's life has changed? Besides the Baba that you talked about, can you give us another instance?
There's a masseuse. I went to a salon where I was actually being massaged, and I saw this young girl, and I asked her, how much do they pay you monthly? He said 50,000. I said, with my mentorship, you make 1 million naira this month with only 3 customers. He said it's impossible. I said, what I do for a living is teach people how they can succeed with what they do and what they choose to do. Watch me. I said, this masseuse work you are doing, you can actually go to a matron in National Hospital and ask to see the matron and tell the matron that any rich man or woman that has stroke, you can manage them in their houses. You charge 100,000 naira a month, and anybody you introduce me to that pays that 100,000, I will give you 20%. That matron, if the matron decides to introduce only 5 people to her, she will have made 500,000. She will give the matron 100,000, and net take home from that matron will be 400,000. Supposing she has 3 matrons that is actually getting people to refer her to, she will make over 1 million naira. That lady is making over 1 million naira today. Now look at what I changed in that lady's life. I changed her mental framework to think that she needs to work for somebody to be able to make 1 million naira. She was making only 50,000 naira. But what I changed was to give her somebody who has what she does not have. A matron who was seeing the rich people and the client that she cannot reach. And just connecting them together, she started making over 1 million naira. I want Nigerians to challenge me. Anybody that is doing any business, if you are not making 1 million naira a month, challenge me with the business. I will show you how you can use it to make over 1 million naira.
Okay, that's fine. I would like to ask again, what are the behavioral pattern that you have as a person that has helped you, your financial habits or discipline that you like the young people looking at us or people, viewers at home listening, that they can imbibe from you? Behavioral pattern, your financial habits or discipline that has helped you to navigate through economic uncertainties.
I am rooted in the belief that the Holy Spirit is inside me. Because when Jesus Christ was living, he said he was going to leave behind the helper. That helper is the Holy Spirit. And I communicate with the Holy Spirit per second. Anything I ask from the Holy Spirit, it happens. And I use it to also mentor people. If you understand the consciousness of the Holy Spirit, that the Holy Spirit, God actually left the Holy Spirit there for you as a helper, you will not relegate him and be using your brain to do things. So I have that disposition to tell God what I want. And I don't do it only when I go to church. I don't do it only when I have a problem. It is in my life. I live it. The other habit that I have is that I have inculcated a culture and a habit of giving. Giving is the solution to getting what you want from human beings. If you don't relate with human beings, you cannot succeed in life. I am a giver. And I don't just give money. I don't just give tips. I give with my attitude. I know how to show appreciation to people, how to commend people, how to give tips, how to give gifts, and how to serve God by giving. If you are a giver, you will have a successful marriage. Because as a man, if you love a woman, the woman becomes vulnerable to respect you. If a woman respects you, you will become a mumu to that woman. But who will do the giving is a big problem. I also have inculcated the habit of giving as one of the attributes that actually propel me with relating with human beings. The third one is I have role models. I have mentors. I have people that I look up to. If you don't look up to somebody that can shake your mindset, you will continue to live the same way you are used to living. If you are used to eating akpu and ofo onugbo, if they give you starch and banga soup, you will not agree to eat it. Because you are already used and conditioned to eat akpu and ofo onugbo. There are a lot of people today that their mindset is fixed conditioned to do things in a particular way. If you don't have somebody that is a mentor that is scattering that disposition, you continue to think that you are living and you are doing the right thing. But if you don't change the way you think, the way you see life, and the way you do things, your life cannot change. So I also understand that. And those are some of the things that I use to actually mentor people. I am mentoring a lot of people today. And anybody I touch, I change their life.
Now there you see, how can young people prepare themselves prepare themselves for economic uncertainties? How can they prepare themselves?
Economic uncertainty is to develop a network of human beings around you. There is no human being that is complete. A man is not complete without a woman. A man cannot be a father without a woman. And a woman cannot be a mother without a man. People don't know that you are not complete. And if you don't work with people that have what you don't have, you cannot be complete. People are selfish to themselves. When they get into church, they want to be themselves. In families, they are themselves. If you can pick up the habit of getting people who have what you don't have, work with them in collaboration, there is nothing you want in this world that you will not get. But if you want to get something from human beings, be the giver. Don't go to ask from people. Be the giver. The one who gives actually gets more. In my mentoring and counseling class, I tell women, if you want to be married in 6 to 12 months, show respect to the person that you call a man. Dress like a bride. Talk like a bride. Walk like a bride. A groom will locate you like this. I use it very easily in my mentoring and counseling. If you know these principles and you adopt these principles as a young man, human beings will be around you to always help you, because you will know how to smile towards people, you will know how to commend people, you know how to show appreciation to people, you know how to give tips to people, you know how to give gifts to people, you know how to give to God. There is no way human beings will not fill you up when you have need. And what you really need to actually succeed is in the hands of a human being. The money you are looking for today is in the hands of a human being. If you really want to know how it works, you will sell to human beings. You buy from human beings. It's human beings that will work for you. It's human beings you work for. If you know how to relate to human beings and get what you want, then you don't have any problem, because you can use people that are talented, they're on the street. You can use rich people because you can also give them idea. You can use politicians. The one who knows how to use people is one that actually successful. So my advice to young people today is learn to cultivate the habit of relating with human beings around you. When God says he has given you everything, it means it. You know what God has given you? Human beings. There is no family you go to that you don't have a rich person, a talented person, a jaguda, probably a prostitute. God distributes the gifts among human beings. If you know how to work with people that have what you don't have, you'll be complete. And if you are a man, you want to be successful, love your wife unconditionally. The respect you are looking for, you will get it. In fact, you will get more respect. If you are a woman, show respect to your husband. You will be loved unconditionally. The problem we have in society today is everybody is being selfish. Everybody wants to get something. I teach people how to change that habit. And if you can change it, you'll start seeing results in your life.
Okay. I still want to take us back to government policies, because you seem to be exonerating government.
I'm not exonerating government. So I am trying to disabuse the mind of our populists who depend on government, because that is one of the biggest problems we have in Nigeria today. I am my own local government. I provide my own light, I provide my own water, I provide everything. If you depend on government, it retards you from actually expressing the potential that you have. Government cannot provide everything, especially in a system that is not working well. We are a developing country, so you cannot have perfect government. Even in civilized environment, there is no perfect government. So if you depend on the lapses of government, you will live below the normal standard that you're supposed to live to. So I try to play down on those things that people hold on to that make people not to succeed. If we emphasize the weaknesses of people, we will be weak. Okay. So the government is weak. I already know the government is weak. And the reason why the government is weak is the leadership that we have evolved in Nigeria. We evolve leaders who don't do anything but make money. And all they're interested in government is money, 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 money. They don't look at what society has to benefit. In those days, leaders represent people. But the leaders we have today, they represent themselves.
But is it not, are we not indicting ourselves? Because if our leadership are selfish are you not thinking it's because of the followership? If our leadership are corrupt, are you not thinking it's because of the kind of followership they have? So the leaders are products of their followers. So if we are going to work and change the economic challenges or confront it, it will start from followership, not from leadership. So how do we now, the followers who are not leaders, how are we going to change our own personality to affect the leadership?
Human beings look up to people who are leaders. The fish get rotten from the head. If you don't change the head, the tail will not wag itself. What we need to do in Nigeria is to change the way leaders
operate. But in Nigeria, it looks as if it's the head that
I can tell you, when Idiagbo and Buhari took over power, the realms of power, as military government, you saw the way Nigeria changed. That's what leadership does. And that's what we need to start the change. The decadence we have in the society today is not only with leaders, so it's also with parents. Parental upbringing has changed. It's not the way we're brought up, the way we are bringing up our children today. The way we're brought up, at 25 I was already independent. Today, go and look at the young people. 40, they are still living with their parents. They can't leave their parents because of the way we have pampered our children. In our upbringing, we were challenged to do things. We go out and explore. Today, we lock our children in the house. They don't even go out to see neighbors or talk to neighbors. They cannot explore. I went to school myself at the age of 16. My children will not travel from Warri to Lagos to go to his school. But you did it. In our time, they will send you to Sokoto to go to his school as a young boy, and you go. That upbringing that we have is not the upbringing that our children are going through now. Our children are very dependent on us. We provide everything for them. We feed them, we clothe them, we send them to school. Their marriages, we pay for them. I paid for my own marriage myself. That generation is gone. This new generation, they don't do anything. They know more, but they are not achieving anything because they don't have the sense that we had, because we were exposed to being independent, not dependent on our parents. But we have changed that culture by making our children independent and to depend on us.
But what's the reason for this?
Well, we call it civilization in the wrong civilization. We are trying to be overprotective. We are trying to get our children to enjoy what we did not enjoy, and in the process, we pamper these children, and they are not their individual selves anymore. The next generation, there will be less marriages.
Yeah, definitely. But from what you're saying, is there hope for the Nigerian young people, for Nigerians, despite these economic challenges? Do we have hope?
I've been talking about all the hope. You don't need the challenges we have today. They are real. I'm not saying there are no challenges out there. To feed now is a problem. To do transport from a particular place on that place is a problem. Many people are not leaving their houses anymore. Before you travel from a particular place on that place, you have spent 2,000 naira, and the salary they are earning cannot make ends meet. So the challenges are there, but I'm telling you that there's a silver lining. The silver lining is for government to open the eyes of our people and reorientate their mindset so they can start thinking differently. You know, now let me tell you what civilization does to human beings. Technology has opened us up to doing things better, to be able to sell things from your house, to open a shop without going to rent a place. But there are a lot of people whose mindset is still on, I need money to start a business. How do you change that mindset? If you don't change it, the person will be at home looking for money, looking for an uncle that will give him money to open a shop. Today, if government knows what they need to do, we'll reorientate the mindset of our people on TV like we are doing now. We'll reorientate the mindset of teachers. We'll reorientate the mindset of people that are teaching people in churches, religious leaders and all that. And our society will begin to change. The mindset reorientation starts from the head, the political leaders. They need to change the way they flaunt money without doing anything. Because role models are created in society by successful people. The successful people, quote and unquote, that we have in Nigeria today are the people that are doing rubbish. Political leaders who don't do anything. Boko Haram is doing some rubbish. Kidnappers, Yahoo boys, they're the ones showing off money to the young people. So the young people want to copy them. If a government comes to that, if you do anything untoward, will arrest you, will put you in jail. That culture will change, and you see that society will start changing. So programs like this, we need programs like this to enlighten our people so that they will open their eyes. We have everything, but we are suffering. We are suffering because of lack of education and exposure and the right mindset to do what is right.
Shortly before we came to the studio, I was discussing with you just before the program. I would like you to share to the viewers about that experience we talked about that you had in Canada, in a school where you were going for mentorship or something. I'd like them to hear that, because a lot of people don't believe we've got brains in Nigeria, or that people like you and me that studied here don't have what it takes to compete globally. Please let the viewers hear the story.
Colonial mentality is what is affecting us.
Yes.
The colonization of Africa has retarded the thinking of Africa to have this feeling that the white color is superior to the black. It's in the mindset. And that mindset is what if somebody wants to employ somebody and a white person come and a black person come, they will employ the white person. If you want to give a contract today, if somebody comes from China, they will give the person. I went to Canada. I wanted to relocate to Canada. When I left banking, they put me in an office that I was volunteering under a guy that did not go to university because he's white skin. So I was there innocent, trying to learn the system, so I was just following up. They didn't know that I was already executive director. They didn't know my experience. They didn't know my educational qualification. They just assumed that because I'm black, I'm one of those people that don't know anything. So we're in a group where we always gather for lectures. They will give lectures. We will go and convince the people to join the platform that we're doing. We're doing the mentoring and the business promotional program. So they will select 5 people that will give lectures in 5 rooms. That particular day, I was there in the meeting. They were selecting people that would do the lecture. One of the white guys that was supposed to give the lecture in one of the rooms did not come. So they were asking for volunteers who would do it. I raised up my hand. If you look at the way they looked at me that day, they looked at me with, who is this? I said I will do it. But no other person raised up their hand. So they gave it to me. When I walked to the classroom, the few white people that were in the classroom from there walked out of the class because I was coming to teach them. When I entered the class, after I finished what I did, they went back with the gossip to the organization to tell the bosses that what I did was phenomenal. Wonderful. The next week, when we had that same program, all the heads of department in that organization, they went to that same class and they gave me the class to teach. When I finished, that was the first time the head of that place, the MD, called me to his office and asked me for my qualification and experience. Immediately he knew it, he opened a full department and brought people under me to learn from me. We are superior to the mindset and in fact, if you go abroad today, you see all the people that are excelling and doing wonderful things in all the areas of medicine, engineering, they're Africans. We undermine ourselves because of colonization. They also use religion to suppress us. But I tell you today, Africans have a place if they change the way they think and they change the way they do things and they actually start doing things differently. We have everything that we need to succeed. Okay. I say it again, in this country, everything we need to succeed is in Nigeria. The climatic condition is excellent. Mineral resources are everywhere and we have a big market, but we are not exploiting it because 90% of the people are ignorant. Only 10% of the people are using the resources and the environment that we have to make money. If we do the right reorientation, we will take over the world.
All right, Mr. Okumagwa.
Thank you.
One final word. Tell Nigerians, tell us, how do we navigate in this current?
I teach wealth education and I show people how to succeed with what they do or choose to do. I want to work with parents. I want to work with organizations. I want to work with government agencies. Let's collaborate. Religious groups, I want to collaborate with them so we can open the eyes of people. Money flows in the streets of Nigeria. Nigerians are not picking it. All we need to do is to reorientate the mindset of our people and things will change. If you change the way people think, you change the way they see life, and you change the way they do things, things will change in their environment. And that's what we need in Nigeria today. You talk about challenges, we have challenges, but we can surmount that challenges with changing the mindsets of our people. And I look forward to working with people that are ready to move to their next levels.
Thank you so much, Mr. Okumagwa, for your time.
Thank you.
Do have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, you've been listening to Mr. Francis Okumagwa, who is a transformational leader, a mentor, author, business strategist, life coach, wealth coach, inspirational speaker with over 30 years of work experience, 15 of which were as executive capacity in banking. He has interest in capacity building, real estate, insurance, pensions, consulting, and community and public service. And he's been talking to us on the current economic challenges in Nigeria today. We'll have to go on a quick break right now, and when we return, Daily Communion continues. Please stay with us.
The CTV is our own product, and for a long time we have been waiting for this. Now you don't have to start looking around the television channels to find something decent. You can be sure that once you hit Catholic TV, you've hit something decent.
My name is Ignatius Kaigama, the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja. I am a very strong fan of the Catholic television of Nigeria. I invite you to watch the Catholic television of Nigeria, which is now on Go TV and online. Don't miss this great program produced by this great Catholic television.
So my people, they call me Tubaba. Keep watching Catholic television. One love.
My name is King Tonto. Keep watching the Catholic TV. God bless you.
Hi, Catholic TV fan. We are the Glamour Girls of St. Columbani Secondary School, Ikwen, Obatakara local government area, in Akwa Ibom State. There is no place like St. Columbani's, and there is no TV station like the Catholic television. Stay connected.
You are watching CTV.
We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning for a fresh episode. I bet you wouldn't want to miss the next episode. I remain Joy Ubem.
And my name is Arthur Ejiofor. Thank you very much for sticking with us through this segment. We'll be right back, same time, same station, tomorrow morning.